Scorpio, in this ever crazy changing world, it's good to have two sources of information that can help guide and inspire you: the tarot cards and the astrology stars. They're like having two wise friends. The tarot card for the first week is the Death card. The tarot card for the second week is the Hermit. The tarot card for the third week is the Knight of Cups. And the tarot card for the fourth week is the Seven of Pentacles. I hope you will like this video and also press the little bell for notifications when my new videos come out. Scorpio, the tarot card for the first week of the month is the Death card. It suggests the ever-changing cycles of nature, with endings becoming new beginnings. Your world is changing, but it's also full of new potential. Don't be stuck in the past. Keep the faith, go through the changes, and move to the future. Now, as we look into the astrology, the month begins with three interesting oppositions. The Sun in the first house opposes Jupiter in the seventh, and Jupiter inflates optimism and tends to take gambles. So don't believe everything you hear, for the truth may be being stretched a bit. You should be careful with your emotions, especially when dealing with partners, be it in business or personal relations. So control your emotions. Now, Mercury in the first house will be in opposition to Uranus. So that is even more crazy or erratic, because Mercury represents communications. So it's important to be careful of what you say to partners and business associates. There's a lot of willful energy around, so be extra careful with electronics and automobiles. Now, Venus in the 11th house will oppose Neptune in the 5th, and that's the house of pleasure. So this warns you to stay within the proper boundaries when dealing with business associates especially, and maybe even some of the friends that you have. They may not understand everything. So the tarot card for the second week of the month is the Hermit. This card represents the spiritual wisdom that is offered to the seeker on the path. The Hermit has seen the challenges of life, and he now holds in his lantern the possibility of answers. Will the seeker follow the advice of Spirit? So as we look into week 2, it is energized by Mars in the first house, opposing Uranus in the 7th house of relationships. Now, if you're looking for a fight, there may be plenty of takers with this combination. Just be aware that the energy levels are more intense than usual, and disagreements may have lasting consequences. You'll have to be careful with business and personal partners who may be looking for freedom from restrictions. This will be extremely important over the 13th and 14th, when the new moon in Scorpio and your first house opposes Uranus in the 7th. This adds a powerful emotional energy into the mix, which can make partners hypersensitive. So you may have to hold yourself back for a few days. The tarot card for the third week of the month is the Knight of Cups. A man in armor, seated on a white horse, extends a cup before him. His helmet signifies imagination, and water is behind him. He suggests inspiration, creativity, and emotion. You may receive an offer that has a positive emotional impact, maybe concerning love or romance. Now, as we look down into the astrology, the third week begins with a powerful Sun-Mars conjunction in your first house. Now, this should be good news for overachievers who want to conquer the world. Mars is the god of war, so do be a little kind to the more gentle folk around you or you may destroy a few egos. This energy needs to be harnessed to be productive. The best way to use it is to focus it on the most important goal you want to achieve and let it rip. The good news that it is followed by an easy trine between the Sun and Mars in the first to Neptune in the fifth. Now the fifth is the house of romance, creativity, and pleasure. So after you conquer the world, you may be able to enjoy the spoils of war. So take some time to recharge and enjoy. The tarot card for the last week of the month is the Seven of Pentacles. This card represents a need to take inventory of what has been done. This can represent any type of achievement. You have worked hard and achieved some success, but you may need to reflect on what you have achieved and where you want to go with it in the future. Now, as we look into the astrology, the month ends as the Sun enters optimistic Sagittarius and your second house of resources. This is a good time to focus on self-improvement and investing your resources wisely. You may be tempted to spend a bit too much, so watch that your budget doesn't go overboard. This is very important, for your energy may be modified as Saturn squares both the Sun and Mars from the fifth house. If you spend too much on pleasure and enjoyment, you might have to pay the piper later. And the month will end with questionable communications, as Mercury in the second will square Neptune in the fifth house. This energy suggests you may have some confusion over finances, so check them carefully. Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and this is my story. If you are a spiritual seeker, it may help you on your journey. I believe your spiritual development is as important as your religion. If you look at Christianity, it focuses on the life of Jesus. But Jesus was never a Christian. He was Jewish. If this thought intrigues you, you'll enjoy my new book, Light from Water, Freeing Jesus. It's available on Amazon.com and through fine bookstores. And it may help you on your spiritual journey. I'd like to thank you for watching. I'd like to thank you for listening. Please like my videos and share them with your friends. And if you'd like to know more information and how to get help personally, get a private psychic and spiritual reading or a natal transit astrology chart, go to my website, professorastrology.com, and go to the private services page. And that's where you'll get the information. It's professorastrology.com, and I hope you have a great month.